following announcement has been paid for by the Celtic World Order.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Celtic World Order. A super last minute, a super surprising out the blue, because why not? The sun is shining. There's a game ready to kick off. Celtic have once again been crowned the champions of Scotland. It's a trophy day. It's a celebration day. So why not? This will be the quickest of quickest wee pop-up podcasts. I just thought, I was sitting down there, was out the back enjoying the weather, the TV on, the build-up, and I thought, this is what it's all about. Let's just do a wee super quick chat to basically share the joy with everybody out there. I don't expect too many people to be watching this right here, right now, live, because there was no notifications. It just flew up. That's what we're doing. Just on the hop. Quick hop, get one up here. But yep, as I say, it's title party day. What a day. It's, this is what being a fan is all about, and it's time to celebrate. Had a look at the team. Couple of changes have been rang. You'd probably expect that. There's much bigger fish to fry next week, isn't there? We've got a cup final. We've got a double to try and go over the line. But happy days. So anyway, welcome to Celtic World Order. Again, just real quick, go through it. If you haven't done already, make sure that you give us a subscribe. If you like what we're doing, like what you're seeing here, get a wee thumbs up. If you want to help get reach out there further, then give us a share. It'll just get this growing community that we've got together. It'll get the numbers up. It'll get more folk in, and it'll extend the reach. So happy days there. Getting ready for this game. It's a formality, isn't it? Does it really matter? Of course, every game matters when it comes to Celtic. When it comes to wanting to finish in style, we've certainly done that, haven't we? We've pushed ourselves through the barrier. Battered Hearts, took out Rangers, probably should have been more. And then, of course, we absolutely demolished Kelly in style to clinch the cinch. What scenes there was there at the stadium. Amazing scenes after with all the fans at Celtic Park afterwards. And it's going to be more of the same today, isn't it? We'll finally get that official trophy handed over. And what a day for it. I'm just looking outside. I've still got the sunnies on the top of the head there because I'm absolutely scorching. So that's another reason why this is going to be short. So let's just quickly run through it. The team, we want to finish with a flourish. We want to finish in style, but there has been some changes. And listen, we can see why there's been some changes, isn't there? Because it's all about next week. This is one of the times where you really don't care if you win, lose or draw, because the title's in the bag, and regardless of what happens today, regardless of what any other team elsewhere's doing, it ain't going to change that trophy coming out. That ain't going to change those fireworks, that pyro going off at Celtic Park, and those pictures that will get splashed all over the internet and some of those newspapers elsewhere the next day. So the team lines up. Joe Hart and his farewell, his final game at Celtic Park. I was really loving some of the content for Joe Hart recently. It's another term that gets thrown out there, this he gets it stuff, but Joe Hart is completely bought in, hook, line and sinker to Celtic, and it's actually quite touching. Even a big guy like me that's maybe not so great at showing his emotions was a wee bit teared up with those interviews. It was very much a sign of a humble guy, wasn't it? A humble guy, a family man, a real consummate professional, a guy that's given his all. He's came here to prove a point, and I think he has proven a point. I think he's also proven a lot of people wrong. He started to well up, didn't he? He said he wasn't quite in a position to talk about it. So my thoughts are with Joe today, because it can only go on to be more and more emotional. I'm thinking similar to the Henrik Larsson leaving and the crying on the pitch. I think that's probably what we're going to see potentially there. But Joe Hart deserves every single moment, every single cheer. And all those tears, it'll be tears of happiness, and hopefully he'll follow that up by adding a double on his way out. So Joe Hart in the sticks. A couple of changes. We've got Ralston in for Johnson. Maybe, again, that's one eye towards the cup final. He obviously came off. He took a knock because of the big hammer throw. There's John Lundstrom. But the main changes are a centre pairing of Welsh, the Cope Bridge Maldini, and Malik Norotsky come in. That's an interesting pairing. Again, why not? If you can't do it in games like this, then why not? Now's the time to do it. Completely the right thing to do. You've got to wrap up Carter Vickers and Cotton Wool in scales, regardless of what you may think, and regardless of what I may have thought of him. He has been absolutely solid, and we want our proper, full, first pick back four, don't we, get into a game against Rangers? So absolutely smart move there to rest by the manager, and also it'll maybe give us a Nawrocki a chance to show something in a game that we should be all over the top of, a game that we should have full control from start to finish. And if you can't, on a day like today, play your best game, it's never going to happen for you, is it? Of course, Greg Taylor is there at left back because he's the only left back that we've really got. So it has to be Greg Taylor. Midfield, again, very much unchanged. It's everybody's player of the year, let's be honest. It was a bit of a carve up, wasn't it? If you think Shankland was better, then, fair play to you. But Matt O'Reilly, the people's player of the year, not people, but the people, the fans, him, Captain Cal McGregor, and Rio Hatate in the centre. That will do for me. And again, a couple other wee changes elsewhere. Forrest, what a guy, eh? This is when we come alive. He's going to do a big contribution. He's going to play a big part, and he certainly has done that in the last couple of games. Arguably one of the guys that has been pivotal in securing this title. He's getting rested because, again, we've got a big game next week, as is Maeda. No risk's been taken with the manager. Palmer comes in again. And likewise, as I said about Nawrocki, what an opportunity. A title day, title party day, sun splitting the trees, fans are going to be rapturous, they're going to be going crazy. If you cannot perform on a day like today in a game where you have all the time of the day to play freely without care, then it's never going to happen. So a good opportunity for the two guys to show something. And big Adam Ida drops off and Kyogo comes in. Who knows what the manager's going to do for the final? Who knows? Because it certainly gave food for thought. I actually think the Kyogo starting is less to do with he's going to play Adam Ida. I think it's more to do with get Kyogo some time out there, get him hopefully a couple of goals, get him ready for the game against Rangers. Because as we know, he loves a goal against Rangers. And I think that's pretty much what the manager's doing there. As for the bench, as we say, look, Carter Vickers, Scales, they're on the bench, as is Maeda, as is Johnson, Ida, and Forrest. Do I expect to see them? Probably at some stage, but limited cameos, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I would like to hope so. Other guys in there, Awata, Bernardo, just got beaten. You bring him on for a laugh, eh? Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll do that and give Joey's proper sending off. Maybe they'll take him off with a couple of minutes to go, knowing that it's his last game, and let the fans give him a proper send off walking off the pitch. Maybe. I'd like to see that, if I'm being honest. I think that'd be a perfect way for him to truly soak in the atmosphere and get his own real moment in the spotlight. That would be a lovely wee touch to do that. Maybe if Cal McGregor comes off, he can take the armband. In fact, I actually wouldn't be surprised if we at some point hand him the armband. I've not actually seen if he's down as the captain for today, but that would have been a nice wee touch, a wee send off for him. He deserves absolutely everything there. Nope, Callum is the captain, but looking forward to the game today, as I say, a wee quick fire one, getting this out here. Absolutely buzzing for this. Absolutely buzzing. It's been a bit of a funny week, hasn't it? Because we've certainly quietened down a lot of noisy people across there, and I've been absolutely loving all the content that some of our fans put out there. There's one thing about Celtic fans, they have absolutely tip-top patter, some of the best out there, and some of that viral videos, some of those compilations that have been out there are fantastic. But as I said before, we sit here and we laugh and we jest and we make light of these things, but let's not forget one thing. Let's get down to business. Let's talk about business, because this title has been all about Celtic. It's been all about our determination, our professionalism, our ability to get the job done, something that our rivals simply can't do. I was listening to the press conferences there on the Fridays I normally do. Nothing out the ordinary says. Still, even talking about this game coming into the weekend, it literally means nothing other than it's a party day. The manager's still talking the same story, the same way of thinking, very focused. A couple of questions around about the cup final. Again, addressed as you'd imagine, but still focusing on it. I'll just briefly touch on it. We looked across the city there. We've seen their press conferences. We've heard their manager talking. And the one thing I want to hammer home is, as much as we're making a laugh and, reveling in the fact that they have fallen apart yet again, let's not forget, and we'll never let them forget, that this title was all about the work of Celtic. Yes, we did have an absolute swashbuckling start. We found ourselves 8 points ahead, and it should have been dead and buried then and there. Arguably, we should have been finishing this season, as we've seen before, completely out of sight in that sort of 12 to 15 points bracket, I would say. However, it didn't quite happen. We got injuries to key players. We fell away a wee bit. We let them back into things. They then got themselves ahead. If you remember in that game, wherever Adam Ida at Motherwell, they were 5 points ahead. They were cruising. They were then ahead again, even was pulling it back, but they got themselves ahead, and they will always play it down that they threw it away, Nothing to do with the fact that they've taken 1 point out of 12 against us. Give us our flowers, that's all I'm going to say, because to go that far ahead, to then lose that, they gain a lead, and then we still drag it back. That's the form of true champions. Never ever let them forget that. Never let anybody, whether it's your friends that are Rangers supporters, whether it's your colleagues or whoever, never let them spin this narrative of we had injuries and we were tired. That's the one that I'm hearing. They were tired out. They didn't have the legs to finish because of injuries, and they were playing guys too long, too often to plug gaps. Nope. Because, by the way, see if this did go to a final day helicopter Saturday that they were hoping for, there'd be no mention of that then, would there? Absolutely not. Remind them of the facts. Celtic are the champions because we have the best squad, we have the best players, we have the best managers, we have the best mindset, and that is why we will be lifting this trophy today. Nothing else. Nothing to do with them imploding. It helped, but we still had to do the graft, didn't we? We still took them to a draw, which we should have won at Ibrox. We then swatted them aside at Celtic Park. We took advantage when they slipped up. So that's all I want to touch on and say. Never let anybody forget. Celebrate our achievements for what they are. And for me, I said before in the podcast, this was going to be one of the most testing seasons as a fan I've had for years and years. I've forgotten what a real proper title race is like. And I remember, obviously, when we were growing up, early 2000s and stuff like that, it was very much a norm for it to be tight, and it was quite exciting. But still sore, by the way. As me first day off, I was not going to be wasting this top with the sling on. So it's first day getting out the sling, got to start working towards getting physio. It's still very much sore, but this is a much better look, isn't it, rather than that big blue sling across me at the moment. But no, as I says, this is what it's all about. We've been absolutely caning it. Give us our flowers. And today, don't know how we think about the score's going to be. Don't know how this one's going to pan out. For me, I think it's going to be a formality. I'm expecting. There we go. Welcome, Snitch. If it says just a wee pop-up, I'm aware that what time's that? It's almost trophy time. We've got roughly just over 10 minutes to kick off. So I'll be looking to get myself downstairs. Apologies if you can hear the dog going wild there. That's because I've got some family and friends coming round, because we are, as I say, it's a title party. Everybody's wanting to come around and watch the game in the sun. The dog, as soon as the family walk in, he's still a wee puppy, goes mental, jumps about. So he's buzzing. But I tell you what, the one thing he doesn't like is football noise. So he's going to get himself scurried at the back, because there's going to be a lot of whipping and cheering, I can imagine, in this house today. But yep, what's going to happen today? Does it really matter? We obviously want to see a performance. I'm going to say comfortable. I'm going to say 3-0. Just throw it out there based on absolutely nothing. I'm going to say 3-0. I'm going to say a comfortable win for Celtic. I'm going to say it's going to be the perfect way to wrap up the season. I don't think anything's going to be happening elsewhere. Absolutely, yes. We Mo. Not after Mo Johnson. Just my wife liked the name, but there you go. I know sometimes folks say, Mo, you serious? There you go. But that's the wee dog. 2 seconds. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just trying to get things happening in this house. She's thrown me off here. People are trying to shout at me. They want me downstairs. I left a note and says, "There's beers in the fridge. Go help yourself." But people can't read. People don't pay attention when they're that excited. But not 3-0. I don't really see too much happening. I think it'll be very much a formality. For me, if anything, the one thing I want to see is just finishing style, finishing comfortably. I'm looking forward to see what we're going to get with regards to some sort of display or tifo for the fans. Always pull out something out the hat on a big day, on a trophy day, don't we? We'll do something very good, very classy. And as I says, with guys like Hart leaving, and potentially as well, I don't want to sour the mood here, but it could be the likes of, it could be an O'Reilly's last game at Celtic Park and stuff. So let's soak in these moments whilst we've got them, because we never know what the future's going to hold. Although we do know one thing it's going to hold barrel loads of cash. It's going to hold Champions League music blaring at Celtic Park next season. And hopefully it's going to hold some strengthening the squad with some top quality players. I might hold my breath in that one, but you can hope, can't you? Because that's the thing about being a Celtic fan. We've got to have hope. We've got to dream. We've got to stay positive. 3-0 a day, I'm hoping to see some decent performances out these fringe guys that have been brought in. It'd be nice for a Palma. It'd be nice for Kuhn. It'd be good to see something out in Narotsky, because even though there's nothing to play for, St Mirren, their place is determined. We are determined. Our place is champions. There isn't too much to... See you later, mate. There's not too much to play for. It's an opportunity, isn't it? It would be nice. St Mirren are still a very good team. They're still going to come and do their thing. They're still going to be very well drilled. So they still should, for these guys, be a tough enough test that we can get a wee gauge of where they are. So anyway, there is approximately, according to my watch, 9 minutes to kick off. As I say, it's just a wee pop-up to sort of spread the positivity, to spread the sort of goodwill of it's trophy day and say all right to everybody. Nothing really, not a particularly, deep show in terms of content, just a wee chat, a wee sort of friendly, all right, how's it doing? Enjoy your day. So if you're going to assume, if you're watching this, you're probably sitting in the house anyway. So enjoy the game when it comes round. And if you do decide, for whatever reason, and that's what you want to do, where you're nearby or that, and you want to go into Celtic Park, or you take yourself into the city centre to celebrate, enjoy yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of each other, celebrate, have a good day, do it in the Celtic way. Let's not bring any bad light, because there's going to be people from all directions just wanting something to grasp onto to try and spoil this day. Enjoy your day, have fun, stay safe, take care of each other, drink responsibly. I know that's easier said than done, but I imagine there'll be a few folk down the Gallowgate and elsewhere and around Celtic Park that have maybe had an absolute skinful, and this heat isn't going to help it. But you know what? Perfectly entitled. But as I say, enjoy your day, enjoy the game, enjoy your celebrations, whatever you do, stay safe, take care of each other. We'll be back maybe later on. Who knows? We'll see if we'll get... Josh is at the game. Paddy's got a big celebration. We'll try and maybe get one out tonight. If not, we'll get one out tomorrow, and we'll break it all down as we do here. Enjoy your day. Take care of yourselves. And of course, hail, hail. And we'll see you again later. Enjoy the game. We are champions again.